Hey there guys, Aarava here, bringing you a video about Formula PlayStation, and it's a video many have been awaiting for. It's Formula PlayStation in F1 2013. Now, as you can see, I've redesigned the logo. It's white and red now, and all you're about to see in this video is all redesigned in a sort of carbon fiber, a nice slick white and red kind of theme to fit F1 2013 sort of theme. As we saw the box art, it was all nice white and red and kind of black carbon fiber, kind of look nice and neat and stylish. So I've all redesigned that. So for F1 2013, FPS will be returning, but not only with one league, but with two tiers of leagues, FPS and FPS GP2. The top four from GP2 will move up to FPS, and the bottom four from FPS will move down to GP2 every time we start a new season. So just to keep it competitive all the way down the field, you know, even the back markers have something to fight about, and hopefully it will be, you know, really competitive and really fun like it has been doing. And finally, a perk for being in Tier 1 and sort of kind of a goal you might want to get to from getting out of GP2 and into FPS F1 is that FPS will be the only tier that gets full coverage in terms of highlights, like videos I do right now. So in terms of a nice graphic from Rimsey, in terms of all the results and stuff like that, and a nice video of me commentating over it. And I'm hoping to maybe get some other commentators in to help me with commentating for F1 2013, sort of like ARL do, with kind of two kind of commentators in there. It's quite interesting. And so yeah, that's a really big perk of FPS. In GP2 there won't be any official coverage from me. Obviously maybe people will record and upload their own POVs, but there won't be any proper fully done nice and kind of graphic kind of highlight videos. So that's kind of a nice perk for FPS. So here's the custom calendar for Season 1 at least of F1 2013. This calendar will be for both tiers, and both tiers will be racing on the same day. GP2 will be a bit earlier than F1, and as you can see, you can read it there. You can look at the calendar. I've kind of, me, Cal, and Hyperlix, the stewards currently for FPS, kind of looked over the calendar and kind of chose it accordingly. Me and Cal kind of seeing fit that we kind of made a custom calendar instead to shake it up a bit, because, you know, usually, you know, there are parts of the current calendar that are just really horrible, so we wanted to mix it up and make sure it's a nice even spread. So we start off Bahrain, obviously, and then we're ending in Abu Dhabi, so you can read through that if you pause the video and look more closely at the calendar. But the pre-season test will be at Jerez, and you know, Jerez, a new track for F1 2013, will be exciting. It's a really small track, I know, so that means if we can keep it clean around there for a whole 50% race, we should be able to keep it clean around any of these tracks on the custom calendar for at least Season 1. Season 2 I may change the calendar up. So now, information for Tier 1. The host is going to be myself, obviously, like normal. The stewards are going to be myself, Cal HD1, and Hyperlix like it is right now. The lobby is the same as right now. It opens at 6:55 PM and goes to qualifying at 7 PM. Obviously, there's a bit of leeway. If someone tells me they're running maybe 2 minutes late, I can hold it up for them as a kind of one-off. But if it happens, you know, occurring thing, then I may have to talk to them for a bit. So, you know, if you are going to apply for, you know, any of the Tier 1 or Tier 2, make sure you can turn up on time. People to follow is myself, Cal, and Hyperlix on Twitter. People to add on PSN is also myself, Cal, and Hyperlix. Please only add us if you are accepted into the league, so you need a check back for the second video to see if you're in. So, information for Tier 2. The host is going to be ESC Racing or Bamith Jesus, and the stewards are going to be myself, ESC Racing, and Anton the Beast HD, who's currently in FPS, but will be dropping down to GP2 to help out Ed, but also just because his pace is a lot more akin for GP2. So the lobby will open at 4:55 PM and goes to qualifying at 5 PM. Bit of an earlier start, I know, so if you're applying for GP2, make sure you can turn up to that time. Otherwise, I'm sorry, you can't be in it. We can't have no shows every single week. People to follow also is myself, obviously, Bamith Jesus or ESC Racing as he's known, Anton the Beast HD as well. People to add on PSN are those two and myself. You know, you can add me if you're applying for GP2, just in case you need to talk to me about something, or you need me to notify ESC if you can't get through to him directly. But ESC is going to be the host, and if he's in the top 4 for GP2, he won't be moving up to FPS. He'll be staying in GP2 the whole time to be the host. Anton will be moving up to FPS if he does get in the top 4, but ESC is definitely a permanent kind of host for GP2, and I really trust him in, you know, being a good host for GP2. So, how to apply. Now, all current drivers in FPS Season 1 that I'm racing with right now for F1 2012, you are all invited back for FPS Tier 1 for F1 2013. If you do wish to come back, comment that below that yes, I do want to come back, and leave your 3 preferences for teams in the comments. You can also opt to come back in the Tier 2 league, and afraid to say, you know, I think probably the bottom 4 or 5 in the FPS currently, I think it'd be wise for you guys to come back in GP2. You'll be a lot more competitive, and you could maybe even get a win or 2. You never know. Now, new applicants, to fill the spaces in of FBS and FBS GP2, new applicants, you must do this, otherwise you will not get in. You must comment below your time trial hot laps on F1 2012 for Monaco in the dry, Silverstone in the dry, and Catalonia, Spain in the wet. And there is no point lying about your times. If if you lie about your time and say you're faster than you actually are, you're not going to enjoy it in FPS. If you get into FPS instead of GP2, you're not going to enjoy it because you're just going to be so far behind. So there's no point lying about your times. And there'll be a second video after this, probably. Maybe I think after FPS's season currently finishes, so a 3-week break so I can look through all the comments and kind of decide. There'll be a second video announcing the drivers list, and then everyone else can comment below their cars, and then there'll be a third final one kind of definitely officially calling out all the drivers and what teams they'll be in for F1 2013. So yes, the current drivers do get first preference pick for the cars they want at FPS, and it's only fair because they're already there and I know they're all good, clean drivers. So yeah, that's all the information on how to apply. This is a detailed calendar kind of dates instead of just seeing what the rounds are. And the pre-season is on the 12th of October, so you get a week to play F1 2012, and then we start off with pre-season, and then we have it every Saturday. You can see there's a season break in January, and that's because I'm going to be having mock exams for my A-levels, and I just can't deal with hosting lobbies every single Saturday and practicing for them and such like that. So there's going to be a 3-week season break sort of. So it's also a chance just for everyone to kind of recharge their batteries, if you could call it that, or maybe just kind of take a break from F1 maybe, or from FPS, and then get back into it, maybe come back stronger by practicing for the last few rounds. So yeah, I think the season break will benefit everyone really, because usually most people have mock exams anyway in January time, so hopefully that will benefit most people as well. So that has been the information for FBS and FBS GP2. If you have any questions, tweet me any of your questions, but if you want to apply for FBS and you're a newcomer, please follow those guidelines exactly. And if you're currently in it, also, as I said, you know how to apply. You know, you need to tell me if you want to come back and what car you want to be in, or if you want to come back for GP2. So yeah, really excited for F1 2013 and Formula PlayStation F1 2013. I've redesigned it completely with this nice carbon fiber kind of theme and white and red, and it's looking really slick at the moment, and I'm hoping the website can look just as slick when I get around to designing it. So guys, I've been aarava. I hope you enjoyed the rest of the day. Give it a like if you enjoy this video, and follow all the guidelines and comment below if you want to apply. Hope you enjoyed the rest of the day, and I'll see you guys next time.